Welcome everybody. Good to see you all here. We're live with the Ram Fam, playing some Madden 23 today. Thanks for joining us at Black Ram GX Gaming. We do have some new fun things I discovered that I could do, so I figured out I was able to make some of my own chat commands. That's when you do the exclamation point and some funky words. Let's see if they come up in the list as commands or whatever in the chat here on Facebook. I don't know. It's supposed to. But anyway, they're in the description of the stream, so check them out. Try them. There's some fun. Uncanny, let's go. Hey, thanks for popping in first here. Michael Payne, hey, how are you doing? The new Pokemon trailer looks so good. I have seen several little clips just in the last hour, and it looked really fun. But good morning to you. So we're about to jump right into it. It's just a few of the small changes we made. We made some other changes where, like, if you donate stars, I got about 4 or 5 different possible audios that are going to play now. Just some different fun things to spice that up. And I have some ideas for some other ones, some audios that we've done in the past that are going to be fun. So I'm very excited to start rolling some of that stuff out. We're making small changes every day. I think I figured out how to get a chat bot to work here in the chat on Facebook. I don't know, but if I got that working, that's really cool. And that's something I've wanted since the beginning. And it just looked and randomly it was there. It was an option. So that's a great thing. Let's fix that lighting a little bit. So let's get right into it. Just a reminder for everyone watching for the first time, even after the stream, please drop that follow. It helps out in a big way. It will give you a huge shout out like we did for Mr. Jason Horn yesterday. Probably even chug a few drinks for you. Who knows? I don't know. Just cheersing in your honor, purely. But if you've been here before, do that thing. Drop your likes, your comments, your shares, your stars. Subscribe, play some games with us. Join our groups. It's a good time if you're over there on YouTube. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Subscribe, like, and comment over there as well. Let's go. All right. You're watching the Pokemon trailer, so you got beat today. No kidding. Let's get bots chatting. Hell yeah. I thought that'd be interesting. You know, I've seen people with that on other platforms way back in the day, and I was like, well, I feel like that's a pretty basic thing. Anyone should be able to have that, but for some reason it wasn't something before. I don't know if it was something that recently got added, if it's because I'm level up, what the reason is, no clue, but I'm super excited that I found it, that it was an option. I gotta go, and I was checking out some other streams, seeing what some people who were doing better than me were doing, particularly here on Madden. Montgomery, Ryan, what's going on? Thank you for that like. Hey, bitches, hype master in the house. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Michael, you can't turn it on yet? Well, shit. Jessica, thank you for the like. Ryan, thank you for the share as well. I don't know if I said it, but Michael Payne and No Pain, No Game, thank you both for the like. Uncanny, thank you for the like. Appreciate all of you. Hell yeah. Cheers.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank.
That's a pretty good start. That's a pretty good start. 6 likes right off the rip. Oh, I love it. That means I gotta win. Also, because, you know, it's the Minnesota Vikings. You can't let them win. So how's everyone doing today? I just posted my meal I made. It was garlic butter steak tips over rice. Check it out on the page. It was delicious. This is only the second time I tried to make it. The first time I was very unimpressed with myself, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna have that again. Then I'm like, let me just try it one more time. Ooh, that was the good choice. So that puts my question back to you guys. I know what Ryan Montgomery had to eat. What did everyone else have to eat today? What was your supper? Or in Michael's case, if you're down in Australia, what was your breakfast? And Michael, can you pick a team? Sure can. We can see if the curse continues. Did you put the recipe with it? I did not. I should have. Oh, and he plays the Chargers. Damn it. All right. I guess if you pick the Chargers, that's what it's got to be. You had a banana? Hey, that's a good breakfast. The first 8 minutes, we got an interception. Whoa, hello. Not bad. You just had one banana, Michael? That's enough to sustain you? I don't know about you guys, but I can't really eat a lot of breakfast. Usually takes an hour or two, at least, before I'm even hungry. And 2 fat pills. Boom! Let's go. Some vitamins? You like that? You like that? If you're not a big football fan, if you don't follow this, or if you're from another country where this sport isn't really watched a lot, the quarterback of the Vikings, his catchphrase is when he has a really good game, he starts running around, especially after he has a really bad game. He starts running around yelling at cameramen and his coach, everybody else, and starts screaming in their face, "You like that? You fucking like that?" That's what he does. So that's the reference for anybody who might be like, well, that seemed aggressive for no reason. I'm doing that because of this man. Michael, you're trying to eat breakfast? You don't normally eat until 9 a.m. to 12. And you get up at like, what, 6, right? So it's a good 3 hours, 3 to 6 before you start eating. Honestly, man. If I go in the office, so like Mondays and Fridays for me, I don't eat until noon. So I'm up about 6:20 in the morning or so. And all I drink is water until pretty much noon. I might, if I get really hungry, have like a Chewy bar, Nutri-Grain bar, something along those lines, but not vitamin fat pills from the, So what do those do? They're called Contrave. Now, you can't advertise them in Australia. You gotta be careful. But in New Zealand, you sure can. Or in the US. I know too much about medical advertising laws. And by that there's only 2 countries. Oh! 2 countries that can do it. Us and New Zealand. So I had to slip a joke in there. I don't know why. Ryan, you got an interesting Elden Ring story that happened to you on Tuesday? Ooh. Tell me what happened.
Following the interception, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers.
Woo! Hey, it's Highlight City in this game.
It gives give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear.
So what do they do, Mike?
Kudos to the defense.
This contrave. Is it
It's a guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up. And boy,
some kind of like a diet pill? Like, what is that? I don't even know what one of those would do. Oh, and he quit. Dang it. I was trying to read the timer quick before what happens here catches up to the stream, and the stream caught up. So I didn't get to see how far we were in the game. I'm taking a screenshot of this. Do you guys read what that says? In the first quarter, I got a man who's played over 300 games to quit. Not just any man. He's ranked 45th in the world. I'm in the top 3.3%. That's what that rank means. Take the last number. That's 3.3%. This guy is less than the top 0.0%. This man is so good. And I just beat him so bad. Oh my God. Let's get the hype going. This is why we got Ryan Montgomery in here. Starting up the hype train right away. We got Michael Payne. We got all the likes. Everyone got me all hyped up. Uncanny Lup jumping in right from the start. Oh man, big shout outs to everybody. We just beat one of the best players in this game. In like 3 minutes. We made him so mad he quit. How is he supposed to stay in the top 45? Woo! I'm losing it. How? Yeah. Reading it, but you don't get it. I don't really get most of that stuff either. I just want to understand how they work, but I don't know. So they're meant to make you feel full, but I haven't noticed that too much. But I've been on you've been on for 5 weeks and you drop between 13 22 pounds. Wow. That's a lot. All it does is make you feel full, huh? Cheers, everybody. We just beat the guy who was the top 45 in the world. I'm not going to get over this. That's one way to start a stream. Cheers. Ryan, you got summoned as a hunter to assist the host on an invader. Well, I killed the invader. Seconds later, I got a message, and it was a very hateful cussing me off and calling me a pussy hunter bitch. Because you killed him when he invaded. I reported him and went on my way. Hell yeah. I'm the world's luckiest charm. That's right. That's why we love having you here. That's funny. I like it when they come at you with the worst of the worst messages like that. Like if it's obviously reportable, after you beat them, like you win. You win in every way. You've beat them in the game and you've beat them in the mental war. Because they got so mad they couldn't contain it at all that they had to talk shit to you. I had that... Was that last week? Last week I played a game on my lunch between streams. I beat this guy. He just started sending me so many messages, talking trash. Just spamming the word trash. I mean, the works. And it was funny. I tore him apart. Jason Horn, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you back here. Cheers. Jason, we just beat the 45th ranked player in the world. I'm not going to stop saying it. Gotta say, that Jason, man, he's a real G. Dropped the follow yesterday, came in today, and dropped a like.
Upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Very awesome guy.
On second down, Cook. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
So this guy's going to be one of those
Perseverance right there on that play.
runs. Who do you got tomorrow night? Rams or Bills? Ooh. I think, if I had to guess, I'd say the Bills. They just seem... Seems so stacked. I feel like they only got better on defense with Von Miller. I don't know if they added anybody else. I think their offense is going to be better with Gabriel Davis versus Emmanuel Sanders. The Rams, I think, are going to be better too. They got better at middle linebacker with Bobby Wagner, at least for a year or two. They got better at receiver, I think, with Allen Robinson. But I've heard enough about Matthew Stafford having a glass elbow this year because something already happened that I gotta think the Bills, because Josh Allen is just a beast. So I'm gonna say Bills. Who do you got?
First and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Woo!
The middle with Eckler. And he is gonna
Ryan, heck, you get killed in Elden Ring as a hunter all the time? Don't see me sending hateful messages, what a clown. No kidding. That is a clown move when people send those kind of messages. They're funny, though, especially when you won. If you lost and they're talking trash, it's really frustrating, but
felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
when you win and they talk those, that kind of trash, it's just good. I enjoy it.
Inside the 15 before they drop it. There's a first and 10 at the
Oh, he's doing my defense.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's in.
There we go. Today's a good day.
14 yards. And the Chargers take the early turnover and
Whew.
convert it into an opening
Do not count out Matthew Stafford, I agree. I don't. That man is a beast. And he won the Super Bowl last year. When I definitely didn't think that was going to happen in his first year there. Michael, it's like you having a falling out with a friend. You stopped talking, moved on, and he messaged you 3 or 4 times, telling you you're pathetic. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Oh, no. I should have waited to read that. Oh, well, it happens. But you have returned all his stuff, and he has 2 movies and 1 game and a Bluetooth speaker of yours, so... yeah. Yeah, that's some twisted shit. Ryan, just go on, try to improve. Most of all, have fun. I mean, that's the point, right? That's why we play games. If you can play competitively and be one of the best and have fun at the same time, it's worth it. But if it's really stressful to the point where you have to send people messages because you got beat, it's probably not worth playing. Like, I get stressed playing this sometimes. Dang! I thought I was gonna do it right back to him. But I never get to that point. I mean, if somebody starts sending me messages, I will have fun and retaliate. But
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. They'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger.
another one. Look at that. Highlight machine. Michael, you know, today is a good day. A new set of Pokemon cards come out. Lost Origins. Oh, really? Nice.
Probably won't be the last long touchdown.
I had like a small streak of getting really back into the old cards because I had my old Pokemon card binder like completely falling apart, looks terrible on the outside. A lot of the cards still looked good that I had from my childhood, and I was like, you know what, as an adult I think I can actually finish this for the first time. And I started collecting them again, and I got into it a little bit, but I got out, which is great for my wallet. And hell yeah, Rambot, isn't that cool? I think that's awesome. I'm super excited that's there. You have a limited amount of pictures you can do for your chat bot. Too bad not playing Elden Ring. I feel like I could kill you. You probably could now. It's been a while since I've been on. Hello, Rambot. That's funny. Ram still got Aaron Donald. I know. When Aaron Donald came back after he was about to retire, I was kind of sad as an NFC guy. I'm a Bears fan, but like we have no hope this year. I shouldn't say that. I think we're going to be better than people think, but I don't think we have any like NFC championship or even playoff hopes. But Aaron Donald is just such a beast. I hate playing against him. However, I felt like if he retired, it was going to be too early. You know, when you see legendary players like that retire way too early, it's really sad. Like when Megatron, Calvin Johnson, when he retired, I was not too happy. Even though he played against us all the time, he was just so fun to watch. Tomorrow for me? What's tomorrow? I'm way too addicted to Elden Ring. It's a good game to be addicted to. It's probably game of the year. Oh. It's probably game of the year. It's got like hours and hours of stuff to do. And you can replay it about a bajillion different ways. Multiplayer. And I think, did they just announce DLC or did they release it? That game's insane. Yeah, 3 seconds. You know, I saw that the time was almost up for the quarter. Picked to play anyway. I don't know why I did that. Alright, so outside runs. Ooh, maybe a... He's just blitzing.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Yeah. That didn't work. Chargers got Khalil Mack, I know. Familiar with him after him being on the Bears for years. He's insane, but he's injury prone. But him and Joey Bosa, I think, is the best combo. I don't think there's a combination of two players that are better than that. I know there's a lot of really good pass rush duos, but I know what Khalil Mack can do. I saw him for the Bears. They're playing the Buccaneers. Tristan Wirfs was a new left tackle, super good. I like picked him up and threw him down with one hand. He's like a 350-pound man. The amount of strength I've seen Khalil Mack produce with one hand is just stupid. So that's why I think he's going to be insane with Joey Bosa on the other side. I think this is the best defense in the league starting out for the year. As the year goes on and injuries happen, maybe not so much. I don't think by the end it will be the best. Oh, I got caught by one guy blocking two people. Dang. Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Derwin James in the back, J.C. Jackson, Asante Samuel. I mean, this defense is stupid.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Oh, you haven't, Ryan, you haven't heard anything confirmed on the DLC, but there's a lot of speculation. I thought I saw like a couple of videos the other day that it was like DLC confirmed. So I guess that wasn't real, huh?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21.
Okay, unfortunately, this defense we're doing, as you've seen, I had a huge run to the outside. He's had a huge run to the outside. This defense works really well, except for against runs to the outside. Who the fuck is that guy? Why is he on roller skates? But my offense, the Bucks playbook, not a lot of runs to the outside. They're mostly RPOs. And I can almost never find him. And Donald, Bobby Wagner, Jalen Hibson, that's true. Rams defense is also insane. Oh! Who's this man unblocked?
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders.
There we go. So it's all the way at the end. I never remember where it's at. Today's Thursday for me, and tomorrow is Thursday for you, and the Coyotes get released tomorrow for you. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Thank you, Michael. 308 pounds. You could be an offensive lineman then. So you can pick me up and throw me with one arm? Actually, probably. Oh, that's not going to be good enough, is it? Shoot.
Keep the drive alive. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Left side, Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Cook again. Down to the 25. Good field position to start the drive. Opening up now here on 3rd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So, Jason, you kind of thinking, you thinking the Rams then are going to get this one? Who's the running back right now? Cam Akers? What do you think of Akers? Do you think Akers is pretty good? Oh, fuck me. Snuck through. And also, who's your team? Do you have a team?
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down.
Cowboys want Roquan Smith. Ooh. I don't think, if I'm Ryan Poles, the Bears GM, I don't think I would take that trade. I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys will get a high enough pick that it's worth trading. I would give it to a team. If we couldn't come to an agreement by next year, or by the trade deadline, I guess, it looks like our season's over, nothing's going to happen, I guess I would trade him. But I would really want to trade it to somebody who's going to be worth a good pick.
The Charger drive about to get going.
He's playing this safety here, whoever.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Damn.
He's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through.
Bogdan Smith is injured. He's actually not.
Gotta imagine the pressure will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
He was questionable because he wasn't practicing, and I can't tell you why that happened. But he just was taken off the injury report today, and I don't know why he was even on there in the first place.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
Well, shit.
It's intercepted.
This guy's not bad.
Sequence there, trying to get points before intermission.
Fortunately, I just don't have the outside runs to counter this. But I have Roquan in fantasy. In fantasy league I'm in, we have IDPs, individual defensive players, and linebackers are always the go-to player position, I should say, because they just get all the tackles. You know, a defensive end might not get a sack at all. Even somebody like T.J. Watt or Aaron Donald is a defensive tackle. They might not get a sack a game. They could get 3 sacks a game. They're not as sure of a thing as sacks. Even interception machines aren't. Usually they don't get 17 interceptions, so nobody's getting an interception a game. So middle linebackers are the go-to. So I got Roquan Smith pretty quick because he was top 3 last year in fantasy. I wanted him and Micah Parsons, but Micah Parsons was not becoming available.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
If I didn't blitz. I haven't blitzed this man since the first quarter. I also can't do anything. I might actually just win this. I think the game's glitched.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards.
Oh. Okay, it was glitched, but it just started to work. If they get 3 penalties in a row, they get kicked, and it's an automatic loss. Doesn't matter if you're winning or losing.
For 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cowboys get tight end Dalton Schultz for Bears Roquan Smith. I wouldn't make that trade. Schultz looks good, but
Short kick, one of the up middle taken down.
but a tight end for like an all-star franchise linebacker, I don't think I could give up that trade. Who would I take? I'd take like CeeDee Lamb. To be honest, that's about the same quality. A receiver for the guy who's in control of the middle of your whole middle defense. The guy giving out all the commands, the audibles.
That's a huge offensive swing, but credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost.
I don't know who else.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more.
Who else would I take on the Cowboys? They wouldn't give up Micah Parsons. I think he's better and younger. They wouldn't give up Lawrence, would they? That's tough. Maybe. I think Lamb or Pitts is the only thing I would take. Because receivers are replaceable, and Cowboys don't seem to sit on receivers for too many years. right? Like, they had
Time over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside
they had
Brandon Gaudin.
Des Bryant for like 8 years, and they gave up on him probably a little early. Cole Beasley they got rid of pretty early. Amari Cooper, they didn't have him for too long. And these guys usually were still pretty good when they left. I still can't pick plays. This game's glitched. At least I'm not on offense. But I heard some things about Dalton Schultz maybe not being able to repeat what he did last year. And it wasn't until a couple weeks in that he started to really blow up. But I did pick him up. I picked him up in free agency last year. And he did really good stuff for me. So I'm glad he did.
Second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown.
Better be a giver than a receiver.
Smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer.
I know he dropped out.
Just shy of the 40
I wish.
mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come
Oh, you're talking about me and my frames? I don't know why they don't stay consistent.
out of the gun. Eckler running it. And he's got room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I have to.
17 more yards on that one as they keep in 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard
All right.
line.
So now I went totally dead.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett.
Hopefully it levels out again. I don't trust it once it starts hopping and hipping.
20. Herbert operating from the red zone. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second.
All right, looks like it's flatlining. Hopefully it's staying good.
By Hopkins. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
I noticed there was no power. I hit the button, but oh well. Dalton Schultz will help quarterback Justin Fields get more targets. That's true. Jesus Christ. I need to figure out these kicks people do. I played against some insanely good people. Always kick it to the right. They hit it about 10 yards before the end, so there's a perfect amount of power that you want to hit. And it always goes not to the kick returner, but to the fullback or the tight end who's blocking towards the back. And if they don't catch it, it'll either just barely go in or land like right on the one. There's a sweet spot that somebody hit every single time. I couldn't kick return it because I wouldn't get to the 25, and I couldn't let it bounce because I wouldn't get to the 25. So I need to figure that out. Yeah, no, Dalton Schultz definitely would help Justin Fields have a better target. I think Cole Kmet is going to really flourish this year. He's third-year tight end. That's when most tight ends start to really go off.
In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Didn't even jump up for it. That's a shame. Everett was the front guy. I hate that. I hate that so much. Got the front guy, and he doesn't even try. He's not who I meant to throw to, so it's kind of an accident.
And handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency.
This guy's just a really shifty guy with the ball. If you watch his kick returns or his runs, he's got a lot of run stop, run stop, run stops, which is just tripping me up, and especially the computers.
They run again on first down. Cook. And that to the 30.
Now that was the straightest run he did, and I could see a little wiggle in there, and he got 3 yards. So one of his shorter runs. But watch him start to shift left to right.
No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Again, it's Cook. There's still about 40
Oh, he
yards
fell
shy
about
of
4 yards in the air there.
the 4-yard pickup.
Did you watch Dalton Schultz on the Cowboys? I don't remember many of his highlights, but I did watch him last year because I had him in fantasy, so I enjoyed watching him for sure.
Runs, taking their time and making it work.
Allen gonna try and throw on third down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's gonna be intercepted. J.C. Jackson, and the Chargers are gonna take over the
But I don't really remember his plays too often.
Chargers in good field position.
He was open a lot or what?
First and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Thought that was gonna be another pick again.
Should have been intercepted.
I'd be so mad.
That winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There were
I had everyone congregated over there and just not a lot of time.
He's got second and third down to fall back on.
The throw over the middle, take it in, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Dang it. I was holding the button for like 3 seconds there. Jason, are you a big Cowboys fan?
Nice job against him, but still, with his
Is that why you want Roquan there, or you just think
to him in this game.
Dalton Schultz is
Herbert back
that good that he's worth a middle linebacker?
over the middle, and it's caught.
A top middle linebacker. I'd say Roquan's like top 3.
Down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard
You know, he's kind of in a premium position there.
touchdowns in the third as
Guys like him don't just come available all too often. The Bears don't want to let him go. They're going to do everything to keep him. It's just, it got messy when he fired his agent and then started listening to his cousin or whatever.
line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
So that was the big problem.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking inside,
Damn.
but it's incomplete.
They kind of got hung up on each other there.
Down big. You'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Michael, I like the thumbs up on the bot.
Them because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Eckler will score. Touchdown Chargers.
Michael, do I have a dropout? I know I have dropped out once playing Kingdom Hearts 1, doing the boss fight in Agrabah. You had some lag today where there was some points where it froze and came back. Nothing long enough to comment on, so I didn't say anything, but it happened a little bit here and there. And by here and there, I mean like 2 or 3 times over the like 2 hours I watched.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands to get back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw.
Probably going right now.
This type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss
Smacked him.
back or something like that.
Woo!
Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Allen off the play fake.
No, I knew he was going to be wide open. I had to pick my poison.
Finding room in midfield. And he'll have it
One or the other was going to be wide.
40 before being taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up.
Ryan, you said a guy just sent you a message, said thanks for interrupting. These dumb people need to turn off their item for summoning hunters.
This afternoon, it's caught.
That's funny.
He's going to get this in
So somebody put on their item to summon you so you could help him, and then when you helped him, he got mad that you helped him?
Well, that's a carry
really silly.
Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to.
Oh.
The defense thinks they've got
Jason 49ers at Bears? Dude, I'm excited. I really wanted to go. I really, really wanted to go.
gotta think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practice for
I got a buddy who's a 49ers fan.
they knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep
He lives near Chicago, so he's like, oh, this is like my chance to go. We should go. But it was like, for the worst seats, $250 a ticket. So we were gonna bring the missus, but that'd be then $500 on me, $500 on him, and that doesn't count our gas to get there, our food, everything else, drinks. I was like, oh god, it just hurts to see $500 go for like a 4-hour event that's gonna be free on TV. That's part of my fault. I think I let that guy get away. But I think one or two things are going to happen, and one's the most obvious, and that's the Bears are going to get slaughtered. Their O-line is better. I feel like their team is almost all around improved. In some ways. Not all around, but I think it's better. You know, they were signing everybody, trying to find the perfect pieces that fit. So I think that they're still undermatched on paper. So most likely the Niners are going to win and they're going to slaughter them. But I think the Bears could surprise and it'll be a closer game. We have a really good running offense. Mooney's super good. I think Cole Kmet's going to get a lot better. Velus Jones Jr., if he plays, that dude is a speedy man. And he could surprise some people. Like to see what Pringle does. And I think our defense is a little young and inexperienced, but by mid-season is going to be looking really good. That being said, the Niners are really experienced. Their D-line is stellar. And they're just going to run the ball down our throats all game. So, more than likely, they're going to kill us. George Kittle might be injured. That'd be a good thing for us, but I don't know if it'll make a difference. You know, these Souls players are just complete buffoons. Oh, that's funny. Are they sending me all these messages? Why is that becoming so common? Michael, help! I need help. Come and helps, bro. I had that. Why did you help? Oh, on that play, well, they ran into each other. I forgot how good Kingdom Hearts 3 is. You're only meant to be doing 2-hour streams, but you're getting... yeah, you're doing long streams. Well, you get in a game that you really like, and... it's surprising how long you can play and how much time can get away from you. You're picturing The Simpsons Lisa, you were a big buffoon. Oh, that's funny. I do remember that one. I couldn't even try to make a play. I hate that so much. When your receivers won't even try to make a play. That's all of my interceptions except for maybe one this game, where I had a guy leading. The ball was in a perfect spot and the receiver doesn't even try. Should have been in a perfect spot. Needed a little more height on it. He didn't have as much of a lead as I thought, but he did get around him really quick, easy. He looked like he had a good break. I guess Tre'Davious White is just so fast. He caught right up, even against Keenan Allen, who's also insanely fast.
Yeah,
then that happens. This guy's a dickhead. So is that message he sent. The Bills are just so stupid. I was gonna make the Bills my team this year, and then I just felt like I couldn't control the guy I needed to. There was something I had a problem with early on. I couldn't do the things this guy's doing. Maybe I just didn't give him enough of a try. But I really like the Chargers and what they got going on. Oh. Down he goes. Should Justin Fields be mad because Trey Lance was drafted higher? Oh, well, if he is, hopefully it works out for us. You know what I mean? I think he is mad. I think he was mad from the start. When he got drafted, he didn't look happy. Was that because the team he went to? Was that because he wasn't drafted as high as he was supposed to? I mean, he was supposed to be the number 2 pick, right? And he should have been, in my opinion.
Here's Herbert. Blitz coming and down he goes. Now the Bills are going to
I wouldn't be such a dick if you just didn't blitz. The gall of this man.
here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chargers.
Fuck this guy.
DeAndre Carter. 69 yards.
69 yards? That's a hilarious number, and we cheers for those.
Quarter deficit.
Anyway, I hope Justin Fields plays angry in the best way possible. Cold, calculated anger. I saw this guy, I don't know if he makes them on all platforms, TikToks, Reels, Shorts, whatever, but I see him on Facebook all the time doing like NFL jokes, and he's like doing the schedule for revenge games. It's like, all right, we got Baker Mayfield versus the Panthers in week 1. Who else wants a revenge game? And he goes along, and there's the first couple makes sense, and then it starts being offensive lineman versus offensive lineman. He's like, we're doing offensive lineman revenge games now? Oh yeah, they're gonna regret letting me go, and just super funny. Thinking about how mad these players get when they get let go or not drafted or whatever. Yet they're all millionaires, except for maybe punters. Man, passing, I outdid this guy pretty good. It's just those interceptions. I guess I don't have a good sense of when it's a good time to bomb one to somebody. You know, there's so many times where people bomb them to their all-star receiver, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, you know, whoever it is. And they're covered enough where I'm thinking there's no fucking way. And then they seem to always break away and get that big touchdown, run away, or a huge gain. And it just doesn't ever work out for me, and I don't know why. I haven't learned how to time that out perfectly. Or when it's acceptable to do it versus not to do it. In Australia, you have a team in basketball called the 69ers. You do not. Are you serious? If you're making that up, I totally believe you, but I don't want to. But also, that's hilarious and amazing. But if that's true, that's like the best thing ever. Does Russell Crowe own that team too? Trey Lance drafted round 1, pick 3. Round 1, pick 3, and they gave away the farm for that, man. They traded, what, like 3 first-round picks?
For a gain of about 4 on second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And,
Second and 6, just inside the
I don't know. Trey Lance has looked really good.
Once more, here's Eckler.
Sometimes, and then sometimes in those practices, you hear that he throws 3 picks and no touchdowns.
Pass option.
And then sometimes he's completely perfect. So I don't know if he's a Dr. Jekyll
And get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Looking left side, and he's got
and Mr. Hyde kind of quarterback. Is he going to be great some games and absolutely garbage and a hindrance other games?
There's Herbert finds Williams.
Yeah, Bears got, what, Fields at 11, right?
They'll look to throw here. And he'll toss this one.
So it's like 8 spots higher.
Seeing no option.
Not only was Fields supposed to be the number 2 pick,
Great coverage from the secondary.
but he fell out of the top 10,
Trying to throw into tight coverage.
which I was so happy about.
Throw it
But,
away and come back and try again the next down.
you know, why?
Over the middle, it's taken in by his tight end. And he'll
There's a lot of teams that were pretty mad they didn't get him for sure.
enemy territory. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. It's Williams on the catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything
So I'm
up.
curious. I'm curious how the season's going to go. I think there's a lot we don't know, a lot that can't be predicted.
Going to the air on the opening drive. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be
And we're going to have a lot of surprises. I'm thinking Trevor Lawrence is actually going to start to be good and start to go off.
You know, you create those great mismatches.
Trey Lance, we'll see what happens there. I think, I don't know.
establish some rhythm, right?
I think he'll be better than the old fatigue arm stories. I think Justin Fields will be better than the team around him. And really? Fuck. I hit it on time. I promise you I did. It just kept drifting. That's really frustrating that that always happens. At least like 6 times a day.
6-0 game.
I clicked it on time there, and it took 3 seconds for the bar to show up where it was supposed to.
This one off.
Not 3 seconds, but it was a while too long.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. That heavy block
Kicking is laggy in this game in the worst way.
zone, not a good one. Watson and the Browns now with a first and 10 at their own 18. From the gun, here's Watson. From the left side, complete.
Yes, hit stick him.
And he's got it past the
Michael, okay, my memory is wrong. It's Adelaide 36ers. Grr. And then there's the 76ers. Well, I fucked up. I didn't know the 76ers, but I had not heard
touchdown on the opening drive.
of the 69ers. Well, I don't know teams from foreign sports that well. I know, like, FIFA.
Discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know,
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Some more players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
and this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter.
You know?
Because once he gets outside,
That's funny. That's a good fuck up, though. Because at least it's hilarious.
After the sack on first down, Watson. And it's
You don't think Fields is motivated to face Trey Lance? Glad the 49ers passed on him?
this offense, how imperative
I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see.
match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so,
I think,
3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on
from what I know, right?
let your defense catch
And, like, what do I know? I know as little as everybody else. Whatever a beat writer is willing to...
against Watson. Got an open man.
Oh my God, what have I done? Whatever beat writers are willing to put out there is all we know, right? So they say Justin Fields is the most motivated guy in the house, that he's always studying. The first guy in, last guy out. All off season, he's there more than the general manager. So, you know, Fields is trying harder than anybody else on our roster to be the best that he can be. Trey Lance, I don't know too much about him. I don't follow the 49ers too close. I got a couple friends that are 49ers fans. And I only hear good things, so we'll see. Do you trust Bears head coach Matt Eberflus? I do. I think right now that Flus is looking really good. I think we got a really good staff. I think that our offensive coordinator looks like a one-year borrow. If he pans out to be really good, if our offense blows up, we're not going to keep our offensive coordinator. I think he knows what he's doing, but I feel like you can't have huge expectations this year for the Bears, and here's why. The Bears on paper are a bottom 5 team. Like the Giants, the Texans. I'm trying to think of who else. There's a couple other teams that are probably worse. Jaguars got Doug Peterson, but I don't know. So on paper, they're one of the worst teams for sure. Oh, Jesus Christ. And they don't have any cap space to really get that good this year. But next year, they have almost double the cap space of anybody else in the league. So they're going to have all the big signings. That team is going to transform next year, mark my words. So if they're terrible this year, it happens. I'm not too upset about it. Except for it happens a lot in our history, and I really like it then. Ah, well played. Didn't have a lot of time there. So I think that 2 years we'll see who the Bears are. And if Justin Fields starts to give up and he doesn't look that good and we do terrible this year, that means we're in a spot to get another top-tier rookie quarterback. You know, we can do that like other teams have done, you know. Cardinals drafted Josh Rosen in the first round, and then the next year drafted Kyler Murray. And they're not the only example. You know, 49ers, made the NFC playoff or the Super Bowl or something, and then got Trey Lance the next year. Rams traded Goff after he led them to a Super Bowl, and I don't know, just a lot of examples of people moving on from good quarterbacks or high productivity guys or whatever the case is.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper.
So we could do that, and we have all the cap space in the world to surround this new guy immediately.
6 DBs in the game. Watson now to throw. And boy, he is very
So
close to a
we got
first
options. We'll see.
down from where they're spotted.
You think Pete Carroll is a better head coach than Doug Peterson?
4 yards there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
See, I don't know. Pete Carroll,
Running for it. Here's Chubb.
to be honest with you,
And this is going to be
looks like trash without Russell Wilson. And even so, I think, see ya. I think Russell Wilson, and then I was reading about issues they were having. Like, Russell Wilson was trying to force his MVP campaign a couple times, and Pete Carroll and John Lynch, the GM, were like, are we trying to win games, or are you trying to win MVP? And it became this whole who's the bigger diva thing. I don't know. Pete Carroll definitely benefited from having Russell Wilson for years. But was Pete Carroll that good of a coach before? I don't really know. You know, I didn't really follow him that much before. I didn't really know who he was until the Legion of Boom. From what I understand about Pete Carroll, is that he's extremely good with rookies and younger guys. Once they get to about their third, fourth year and they become veterans and they start to really go off and become really good, he doesn't do well. He doesn't do well with handling veterans. And they tend to leave. I mean, you look at Sherman. Sherman left talking nothing but crap about that team. I think Russell Wilson would too if he wasn't just Russell Wilson. You know, a completely standout guy. Earl Thomas wanted to trade so bad he wanted to get out of that team. Then he got injured and he left giving his team the middle finger the whole way out. So, like, Pete Carroll's a good coach with young guys, but his weakness is older guys and keeping them. And Doug Peterson, I don't know what his issue is, you know? He won one Super Bowl for the Eagles. Was that their first ever? Or something? And he looked really good really early. But clearly, his ego went off. His ego got a little crazy because he got fired. Like, the only Super Bowl coach they've ever had. And you fire him?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
How can you do that, you know? And he must have been that big of a pain. But Pete Carroll clearly gets along really well with the GM and the owner, but I hear the owner's really hands-off. It was like the previous owner's sister who got it after he died or something, and I guess she has like nothing to do with the team, so the GM's pretty much not going anywhere, and neither is Pete Carroll unless he wants to. Russell says he wants more blocking, and he deserves it. I guess the Seahawks have, terrible blocking, right? And it's not been a point of focus for him for years.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
You know, he needs it. Well, he's been in the league 10 years, I believe. He's not the young guy who used to just run circles around everybody anymore.
Fournette, a 1st down carry, and he is going to lose
He can't be expected to keep doing that his whole life.
to Khalil Mack, a great stop in the backfield.
Do you think he's going to do well in the Broncos?
Bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From midfield, here's Brady. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Pete Carroll does go more defense than offense, doesn't he? Yeah. That's always been his MO, right? That's what he was in college, I believe. Was he for the Oregon Ducks or something? I can't remember. USC? Was he USC? Pete Carroll was the head coach of in college. And he's always been a defensive guy. You know, when you're on that side of the ball, whatever side you come from, that's supposed to be your specialty. You really want to stack that, right? Like if you look at the Bears, Eberflus, he whoop, that was bad. That did not go well. Kayla, thank you for that like. Hell yeah, appreciate you. Cheers.
And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Eberflus spent his first 2 picks instead of helping out. Fields more. He spent them on building his defense. Their biggest off-season free agent signings, defense. You know, they got, I don't remember his first name. Something Muhammad. From the Colts. Was Fless's original team, you know. On the D-line, he got, what was his name? That big defensive tackle from the Bengals, Ogunjumbi. He didn't stay on the team because he didn't pass his physical. But that's where they put all their money. Early on, anyway. So, that's what those guys do. They just always cheer up their side of the ball. Helps them look better. You got hired for a reason. Kayla, thank you for using one of the new chat commands. Really funny. If you don't know, that's the catchphrase at the end of the stream we do every time. Thank you, Levon, for the like. Heck yeah, cheers. Appreciate you. Almost got an ice cube out of there. Ooh, doing daily quote. It's gonna be hard for me to remember, but I'm gonna try really hard to update those every day. We'll have daily trivia, daily quotes for you guys to try to figure out what it is.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Look at that. And the chatbot's the one that comes out and says it now, huh? That's cool. Levon, thank you for trying them as well. I'm super excited about those. I'm glad somebody tried them.
You could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. They'll run for it with Eckler.
Oh, I got stuck, of course.
He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
That joke. Don't have that one yet.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's tackled a yard short of the
Jason, you're saying Giants called the Seahawks about the Russell Wilson trade before the Denver Broncos trade. I know that the Broncos threw out a huge offer last year for him. The Bears threw out a huge offer for him before they drafted Fields too. It was Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, like 3 first-round picks and a second. It was like an insane offer. I'm not surprised the Giants did. The Giants would probably be massively better if they had a legit quarterback.
Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Are you?
Now they throw with Brady.
We're the Bucks, right?
Left side. 6 yards.
That's right, we're the Bucks. If I lose, but if we're not, then I'm
They don't need to run another
the
play
Chargers.
before the
I'm whoever
two-minute
wins.
warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Brady now on 1st down. It's Chris Godwin.
I was hoping I could get between it, and I could not.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 63 yards.
But thank you. Oh shit, sorry. I was listening to what audio came through because I was messing with it. It had a few different audios we switched up for the stars, so I got sidetracked. Thank you, Kayla, for the 100 stars. Hell yeah. Cheers.
And that one gives the Bucks a 7-0.
We have several other audios that it will randomly choose through. Past audios from random streams, funny moments, uplifting sounds for you guys. A lot of fun stuff, so tune in and try it out. Where's my cool sound? It was Squatchy screaming when he lost his cool because he died. There's a guy I used to play Apex Legends with, so this was a long time ago.
And here we go. It's in the air.
It was a really good moment, and it was like our main like sound and everything for a long time. So I brought it back from the depths. We used that. Jason, your connection failed in Madden NFL 23.
To get going.
Oh, that's not good.
They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes.
God damn it! Why do they keep getting hooked up on each other?
This is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he
It's the second time that's happened in 2 games.
Now your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through it. Say, okay,
Try that again.
when we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Kusan, oh, I see. Michael, you didn't hear anything? I guess you guys weren't listening for it. I heard it. It played. Guaranteed. Guys will just have to try again.
The fact that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception.
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. Touchdown.
Ah! Let's go!
DeAndre Carter, 66 yards. And the
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
evening this one up.
Well, hopefully that's enough power. Because it didn't click at the top.
Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Wow.
So all even at
Got a lot of
7
highlights
as they
already.
kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield.
That was too much.
Down to the 30.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Fournette running right. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Madden NFL is froze when I signed into EA Online.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's not good. Can you just reset the game?
Marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted.
Not on me. Not like that. We ain't going down like that. You did, and it's still not working, Jason? Well, that's not good. I hope it doesn't happen to me, too. Maybe their servers shit out. Sometimes it's like it'll last till you get to the end of the game, and then...
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
Then you're done, son.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That happened to you before? It has happened to me in past years. But it has not happened to me this year yet.
27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Which...
So quickly all
Shit.
the way up
Oh, there's some. Knock on wood. I was like, I don't think I have any wood to knock on. Oh! I had that. Has that happened to you before, Jason? Or is that the first time?
once again they'll go for the 40. Here's Herbert.
Oh.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing.
I was anticipating the break, but I was a little early.
That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Give him credit for excellent
This play will work. Yeah, I hope. You have Cox Internet? Aren't they pretty good?
options in the passing game.
Do you know what speed you're supposed to get? How many megabytes per sec?
To gain any momentum, throwing the ball downfield.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
It's raining outside. Isn't Cox Internet cable?
Play in the second quarter.
If it's cable, it's under the ground. It shouldn't matter.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone.
Oh, that's the closest I think I've ever had in this game. I've gotten Hail Marys and pass Maddens, but it's been a few years. They've gotten really hard. Are you hardwired in or using Wi-Fi? I find, in my experience, Madden is unplayable on Wi-Fi. Oh, this piece of human garbage.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Why does it say timeout? It means flag.
Flag and the yard
There's no timeout.
So from Buccaneer territory.
So he's gonna blitz right off the bat, and I knew that.
At the 48-yard line. This out quickly.
That's why I did this.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Allen.
That's how you start a half.
So this game
Yahtzee.
at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator.
Flag.
He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good.
Wi-Fi?
No
Ooh.
chances here.
I would say you will see a significant difference if you hardwire that. If you put a cord right in the back.
They'll try to sneak, and he is going to be stopped short.
Wow. Last two times I tried that, yesterday and then today.
He just couldn't keep sure
That didn't work.
extra few inches, and the two-point attempt is turned
God, these
aside.
kicks. You hit it at the right time, I promise you, and it just keeps sliding.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards.
Michael, you would always have some, you'd always have some, I'm assuming that's good, you could knock on, wood you can knock on, even if you can't see it. Oh, boy. Michael, you had a police helicopter fly over you, and your internet was cutting in and out when your partner was watching Disney Plus.
Coming off its first interception of the game.
I think you were saying that the other day, yeah.
Try to reestablish some momentum here, Charles, but they're trailing defensively. Maybe these
That's
guys are
interesting.
smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position situation where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Now a throw here to his right.
I don't think I've ever heard of that, a helicopter. Mess with the internet. But you don't have a cable line, right?
Here's Bernard. And he's going to get
You have like a line of sight internet where you have like a satellite dish going up to a tower, but you need a line of sight to that tower, right? It's not like an actual satellite dish where it goes to space and back.
bring him down
I can't remember. I think it's just called line of sight is that type of internet.
for his second sack of the afternoon.
I used to work in it, so I know a lot about different internet types and
Amends on a second down and
what they do.
17. Now Brady.
Oh, I became the wrong guy. Well, probably the right guy, but not what I anticipated in my head, and I gave him a freebie.
Mike Evans. 76 yards. And the Buccaneers have
Thor: Love and Thunder came out today on Disney Plus. Nice. We were looking for it last weekend, so I guess we'll have to watch that this weekend.
by Succop. And that will put them on top here in the third.
Let's turn off that onside this time, huh? I gotta start watching these people. People have been tricking me with the onsides.
And here we
Was
go.
it yesterday I had like 4 or 5 times straight. I fell for it.
This taken in at the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty
I just
solid
needed
return
2
here
more
to get
seconds
to
for
the
them to hold that
35.
block.
They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going.
Go near blue lane, stop on the blue box, green box outside. What does that mean?
Play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get.
Oh,
Now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he'll get
I meant to do more of a lob than I did.
2-yard line.
Because B started to jet out, so if I lobbed it, it would have been good, but instead it was just a straight bullet. Maybe it would have been good. There was a lot of guys there still. It's working in Madden NFL 3.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he's going to take this one
Go
down.
near blue lane, stop on the blue box, green box outside.
Carry to set
For what, like defense?
them 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on
Blue lane,
schedule,
stop on
staying
blue
ahead of the
box.
sticks, whatever you
Trying to
wanna
think, like,
call it,
the
so long as
gaps?
the first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Michael saying we have that day here, but no, I don't have that. My internet runs off phone towers, not
Absolutely not. He finally felt like
satellite dish, no cables. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a line of sight.
up the gun, Fournette. And he'll get about 3 just outside the
I thought you needed some kind of dish receiver
just not a whole
for it to work because it needs a line of sight to your
carry.
No, not at all. They didn't
phone tower. It's an internet tower, but it's the same thing. Phone, radio, and these internet towers are all the same thing. Just a big metal tower at the top that's putting out so much wattage to send out that signal so far.
Here, he's going to be stopping his
Um,
tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Cell phone and radio, you don't need line of sight, but
Bring up a third
for
down.
internet, you do.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So that's the fault of it. Because when you have interruptions in the weather, it can
Throwing is Brady on third down. This is
definitely hurt you.
an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
You just have a modem.
CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they?
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Tom Brady on the tackle.
Teams do. In their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
So So I'm wondering, Michael, how does your modem that's not connected to any cables or any kind of dish receive the internet?
At the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
How does that work?
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out, on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates.
I'm sure if you go to your company's website, they can explain it.
Because in this game,
But I'm legitimately curious how that works.
it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
No gain on the play.
Because the internet has to come in somewhere, and the modem
And they're not going to get to run another play. So we will
directly
switch
goes
the
into
third
the
quarter has come to a close.
router,
You are watching
which
the
then spreads out the Wi-Fi,
sports.
and is what you also directly plug cords into. Same way as cell phones.
To throw again on second
I
down.
didn't think you could do that. Oh my god.
Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they take this
I keep underestimating him.
from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So glad to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Give it 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Gotta figure
I have to
out
stop doing that.
turnover. They're just
Should have
gonna
thrown that one
keep
away.
the ball on the ground, right?
If he was going to intercept that there, no one was going to be open. At least now for another like 3 to 5 seconds, which I didn't have.
Into play for the guys on offense right now. Just
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
Wow, that was perfect coverage by that linebacker. I thought
Incomplete.
you tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working.
Thought that man was gonna get away.
He dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Completion on first, now second
I
and
think
10.
it's an S20 Ultra
Here's
that I
Herbert.
have.
He finds his target, Allen. And out across midfield, down to the 45.
I understand phones can get internet that way, but
First down, Eckler.
I just never heard of a home internet company doing that.
That's a pretty run because everyone is in
Or how they have that working. Well, I don't know. If they already have the technology for phones, obviously they should.
criticism. They created some nice space for him.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to
It should for regular technology, I guess, huh?
snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
If it can be built in a small device in your pocket.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Oh my god, I can't take it.
Force that to the ground. And
I can't take all the times the ball gets in their hands and they just drop it.
Third down.
Because it's a high pass. Because it had to be a high pass.
Extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It's not the play I'm calling, but whatever.
fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time.
God fucking damn it.
Picked up by Levante David. The 20, 10.
Not gonna lie, I gave him, of the 3 picks he had in me with Levante David, 2 of them are gimmies. I just gave to him on being really bad. But that one was
Points the other way, disastrous.
really good.
People think you should just
A
go
really
ahead and
good
get
pick.
down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense.
He did like a complete little swoop.
Recently tell me we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands and we want to hit.
Sucks to play people that are legitimately good that are also using the best team in the game.
You go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Yeah, of course, Michael.
About to get going.
Um,
See if they can band back
talking about hot spots.
Pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
We've had that technology forever.
It's Keenan Allen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got a man complete. A big play there for LA.
The fuck do you mean 1 yard? That's... He didn't go out of bounds. I mean, kind of, but I crossed the line.
You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling out to get focused because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert flushed out right. And that's going to be
Throw that 3 seconds sooner.
end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step
Only since S10.
This Tampa Bay defense
Well, then other phone companies have had it, because that has been a thing for a while.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Oh shit, we're already at 10 reactions?
This will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd
Well, hot damn.
timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. To throw is Brady. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he will get him down a couple
He's
yards
gonna go
shy of
for
the
it,
first down
naturally.
marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel.
Man, I wish I could have just returned that right then and there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert.
No way!
Intercepted for the 4th time today.
But he was in front!
I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
I'm the front guy! What the fuck? How? This is insanity.
Step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Tackle there by Jerry Tillery. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff, Fournette running.
I did not. He just slipped right around my guy like he had coconut oil on. Alright, he was the better player this game. I think it was close. And I think if he wasn't the Buccaneers, if he was a more even team. It might have been a different story. Because he threw as many picks as I did. His only advantage was breakaway plays.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One last throw here for Herbert.
What? He had the ball in his hands for like 3 seconds. He had that ball in his hands for longer than Bonesaw stayed in the cage with Spider-Man. This is bullshit. That's right. I did a Spider-Man like 2001 or 2 or whenever that came out, Tobey Maguire reference, and I'll do it again, baby. That's bullshit. He held it. He's holding it. He's just standing there. Somebody comes over after the play should be done, bats it out of his hands, and they're like, sorry, we got paid a lot of money as the referees by the Buccaneers. We can't count that as a touchdown. Instead, what we'll do is we'll fuck you over in front of everyone. Not that it could have won, but we'll fuck you over in front of everyone, so that way people have something to talk about for the week. Isn't that exciting? Hello, sports. Ryan sent him a crappy message. They will love you forever, LMFAO. Right? Let's see how good he was. So he's ranked 85. He's the 85th best player in the world. Why am I getting these people who are in the top 0.1% or whatever? I'll tell you what, yesterday I was getting people that were in the top 12% that were kicking my ass. And today I'm getting people in the top 0.1% that I'm actually holding my own against pretty well. But as long as I beat the guy who's number 45 in the world already, I feel pretty good. I can't do it, Ryan. I can't send him a crappy message. I could send him like a childish one. That might be funny. It's probably too late. I don't remember who he was. Be like, oh, what's like a really like mild Rick and Morty insult? Like, what would Mr. Poopy Butthole say or something? Like, it's too bad that you can't do the things with your voice, like sarcasm, anger, fear. You know, you can't do those kind of things through text. Because you ever seen people like screaming compliments at each other in really angry ways, like they're about to fight, but they're just saying nice things? It's really funny. If I could do that, scream compliments at him. You're really good at this game! Then that would be funny. Because they're always like ready to retaliate, and then they have that like, hey, wait a minute moment, and then they're like, did you just compliment me? I remember I saw two friends doing that. back in the old college days, we were at a bar, and they started just screaming at the top of their lungs compliments to each other from across the bar like they didn't know each other. Really funny. The bouncers looked at them, like started to come over, heard what they were saying, and just went, nah. It was really funny. If that's not a popular prank or wasn't one a long time ago online, it should be. Be the Lord man and make him angry. I've been that person. I used to do that in Rocket League. In Rocket League, I was as toxic as it came. This is like early 20s days. That's how long that game's been around. It's been almost 10 years. But that game, you know, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, whatever. 1 to 3 on the same amount is what ranked is. And there's a chat, so you have quick chats to send each other messages like, hey, nice shot, good block.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. Possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So CD
But you could also take the time to manually type out messages. And I would do it to people in game. It was part of an advanced strategy I had. Is it the most toxic thing you could do? Yeah, 100%. And I don't do it anymore. But I could outwit or out-argue almost anybody in those games. So I knew I could get in people's heads and their skulls. And what I would do is talk trash the whole time. If they made a mistake, I was all over it. If I did something great, I let them know there was no way they were going to win. I did those things so that the doubt would creep in and they would start to think, oh, maybe I'm not going to win. And you would be amazed at the amount of people who quit early because they couldn't handle the shit talk and losing. So there's a legit strategy to it. I mean, in the NFL, in real sports, in basketball, in hockey, in soccer, FIFA, whatever version of football you play, pro athletes are always chirping at each other, right? They're always talking shit to each other. Why? They want to get in the skull of the other guy, and it works. You know, why do you think they fight in hockey? Do you think they do it just because somebody makes a dirty move or two? That might be part of it. God damn it. I thought that guy, he was looking wide open, but I didn't see Carpenter running right across. Sometimes they fight just because someone's chirping too much, you know. So it works. It's a legitimate strategy, but then Rocket League started to really crack down on it. It was after I kind of quit playing. But, yeah. Now you really can't be that way even if you wanted to. I really don't want to anymore, but... games have definitely cracked down on that.
Rodgers gonna throw. His throw incomplete.
But it's a legit strategy and it works. I can promise you it works. Against the average person. Trying to piss them off by being toxic. But you say it to the wrong person?
Completion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. He's got to hook up to Lazard.
The wrong person, it just motivates them in all the wrong ways, and then they crush you. So, there's a give and a take to talking trash. But if you do it afterwards, what's the point? It's already over. Michael, you're saying it looks like it was released in phone, on any phones, from 2012 to 2014. So yeah, a long time ago. Now you'll look up your 5G internet.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
5G is fairly new. You ever see the jokes, the memes?
Rodgers to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Guys like seizuring out because of the 5G.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
That's a highlight for sure.
Trying to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback, and what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for
The fact that that man's was on the ground and made it all that way.
Stay away from throwing the ball at him.
Toast, my friends.
Reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Ryan, the more I'm looking at your messages, you're like
25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
you're like the Emperor from Star Wars. Do it. Let your hate flow through you. with your like egging me on. Send him a crappy message. Be the lower man. Make him angry. I don't think I can make him angry though because he won. But I like it. I like the peer pressure to just be shitty.
This drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now,
He's got a man, complete.
Do it.
The out of bounds, just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
and that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34.
I'd say I feel bad for him, but after I got beat last game, I don't feel bad for anybody.
That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And his defense able to plug it.
I need to get to the outside there, huh?
35. Herbert off of play action. And that'll fall in.
I had some openings. I couldn't have got it out on time if I wanted to.
And now it's 3rd down.
All out blitz like that.
Interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield and fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football, but you're exactly right. It
Oh
looks like
my
they have to put
God.
this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like
Kicks
one
are
after
so
grabbing the
garbage.
momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
It just doesn't register. It happens way too often for me to have that kind of mess ups all the time. 3 times a game. When all you have to do is tap it in the perfect spot, and I've been doing it for probably 11 years.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles. Remember, they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover.
God, I'm so pick hungry. I give up these big ones all the time. I didn't pick him off 3 times. 2 times? At least 3 times, maybe? 3 times. First time was me, the linebacker, before he got his miracle long play. That's what I don't get about that defense. I have pretty much everything covered. Sure, not those,
When he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower.
what, the outside hooks or whatever they call them.
For speed, we talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Rodgers will throw for it, and it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead.
You have like the max amount of people in coverage you can get without pulling everybody off the line, which is a really bad choice because if they decide to run, everybody gets pancaked. They just punish you hard. Michael's still looking?
About to get going.
What are you looking for?
Closer and closer to intermission, Charles. Remember last time out they
Oh! I knew as soon as he threw it, it was going to be intercepted. Even though my guy was in front. My guy was in front. First opportunity to get the ball. Doesn't fucking matter. Piece of shit game.
You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
This one swung out here to Jones. He'll get it inside the 20, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
I'd also absolutely love it if the safeties would stop being on the opposite corner of where the running back is.
To throw, it's Rodgers. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Hey, 5G internet works.
All the time, having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too low.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Extra point up and good.
Why did he go for the 1-2 point and then go for a field goal right after?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
It's crazy. It's raining and the weather's really nice.
DeAndre Carter now from his end
Well then,
zone. And he's able to get this across the 20.
if it was not raining, it might be nicer, right?
Officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your
Wish he didn't go straight out of bounds, right?
Short completion, just 4
We got a lot more
yards.
yards.
That will bring up 2nd down.
See if he blitzes me again.
Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 23. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, and it ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one?
Forgot that he's just gonna do that.
Pull it together and become sharp again.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers.
Wow.
At the 40.
Everyone really just got bunched up like that?
Allen Lazard.
And Lazard's the fastest man in the world? sure do have a hard time believing that.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way.
That's what he's gonna do.
And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that.
So these bunched receiver sets are just insane.
Now after the touchdown,
Is that it?
Crosby to kick it away.
They're the best things ever made. Apparently people just get wrapped up on each other.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Tariq Carpenter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Interesting.
Packers going to use one of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
He's using my own defense against me with ease.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now.
I didn't see ways to stop this. People videos people made, but I don't think they really work. The only thing that works is outside runs.
Gonna go down again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Rodgers on the return. A good return there, 17 yards.
Heck no.
Control of the football, switching hands with very
I
little
agree.
time remaining until the half.
Not a chance, Kayla. Thank you, Levon.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
He just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he is tackled
No
inside
way.
the 40, not quite to
He
the
got
35.
1 second on
And
that.
with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Look, I don't understand
Second quarter. This is the NFL.
2
and it's
things.
on the EA Sports.
These 2 teams going through their final adjustments.
Why some of them are bad, why some of them are really
So for
good,
the call, we go back up to Lambeau.
in the top 100 players in the world, and why I'm getting matched up against the top 100 players in the world. Why is that the theme tonight? These people have played 300 games
Chargers gonna get the football first
in
here
like
the
2 weeks.
second half, and they trailed as we get back underway.
Who has the time for
So
that?
here comes Carter. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something good out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of
I don't like it.
They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back.
Am I nice?
But maybe cut into it a little
How's
bit.
Patty got me?
Suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did.
And
Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And brought
Okay.
down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, thank you. I will be happy to bring that.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
Sweet.
Throw right side. It's into the hands of his tight end, Everett. down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Bye-bye.
Bye. The softest.
Green Bay, Wisconsin
Thank you.
is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Eckler again. And he is into the end zone.
Man was really trying not to give me that.
Los Angeles. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Hopkins with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Whew. Hey, Jason, you still there? Where are you at? And, man, do you play head-to-head or you play franchise? I was about to say fantasy. Do you do Ultimate Team?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side, but this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again, they've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive, so you can bet that
It's amazing that he got 26 points up,
we got to go out there and get some more points.
considering the 3 interceptions he had to start the game.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
Michael, appreciate the thumbs up on the old chat bot.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone.
This is fucking bullshit.
Over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll find Lazard.
Drop it! Come on.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And it's caught. And it's a pass.
I know it's fucking coming, and I can't get to it in time without standing directly on it. And if I do that, he just disregards it and goes to somebody else with a quick pass.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
See? Perfectly covered that guy. Running back will always be able to get the ball for at least a 2-yard gain, 3-yard gain.
You also drain clock too on a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Michael, what's this about Santa?
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail.
Pass interference. Throw the flag.
Once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think?
Milk. Oh, you have granola cookies?
Mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Herbert on first down now.
I thought that was going to somehow go through my hands, spin around the field 4 or 5, 6 times, maybe even, and land directly in the hands of the defender. Since that happens to me on the daily.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Working with a 2nd and 3. Herbert back to the air.
God damn it. I'm so glad that he just threw that away. He read that like a book. It's really upsetting when he's doing linebacker zero blitz.
Herbert on 3rd down now. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got some room to operate, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
I'm super mad about his offense right now. He's got this one play with 2 guys open at all times, and there's no way I can seem to find to stop it.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it
I can hit him as hard as I want. He won't fumble the ball.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No, what are you doing, 43? I needed an interception. You fucking clown. What is this? Oh. I was controlling the guy right behind him. I would have had a clean pick and a good run. Good chance to return it. And now I'm going to pay.
Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for
Apparently emojis don't like me. Now you just need milk.
more than that. 2nd down. From the 38, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field.
Why don't you bring some milk with you at a job site?
That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throw complete to the tight
You
end.
fucking kidding me? How does he always have somebody open? Now I'm even more mad about that guy swatting that ball down. What a absolute joke.
On the drive already, as they'll go for the 47 now on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
I mean, that essentially lost me the game. When you're talking about time and...
Wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's brought to the
I mean, look at this. This is all because
Chargers 31.
that fucking SWAT. I have them on play ball. I don't know what the point of play ball is. When all they're going to do is swat it down when they have the most open opportunity you can think of.
From the 29, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line.
You know you're getting a cookie, it's from the cafe. But if you bought a cookie from the cafe, then you knew you were getting it, right? Because you made the choice to get it. I hate to come at you with this sorcery of magic words, but
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
43, you're real worthless hindrance of a player. He not only swatted the ball away when he had a chance to end the drive and give me what I need to come back.
Which is to never call a game over until it's over, because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive.
But he also gave up the touchdown.
Exactly right. You could see them sag on their
He's everything wrong with this team.
just be over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
Oh, your uncle got him. You were working. Oh, that's cool. So you were working and your uncle was like, I'm going to go off to the cafe. I'll be back when I feel like it.
Need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're trying to hit the reset button starting to move.
The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Throwing on second and long. Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen on the move past the 40. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That was interesting. If that was a touchdown, that was the best highlight of my life.
Here for first and 10. He's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Because he was definitely tackled. There's no reason for that not to be a dead play.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Gotta give it some time here. Maybe he'll pick regular. Nope, he waited.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a cap on
Michael, I love that you're throwing the thumbs up on the chat bot every time.
to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one.
How do I control... Where is 43? Who is that?
Slim and none.
Make sure he stops shafting me.
Just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Rodgers throwing here. Open man, here's Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On first down, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. The Chargers come up with a late turnover, but they will probably only
I picked him off 5 times and lost
is now
by
officially
42 points. I don't think he scored once on defense or special teams. How the fuck does that happen?
Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign and it did that. I mean, for both sides, visit it and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player on the offensive
That means
side.
he's had at least 11 drives, scored on 6, intercepted on 5.
Victory, even better for them.
He had 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. Perfect quarterback rating despite the 4 interceptions. Sorry. Interesting. Interesting and frustrating. I think I've gotten really far away from the kind of offense I used to run. So something that I did a lot early on that I found a lot of success with was really running the ball, burning the clock, really taking my time. What I found as I move up, I can't run the ball against most people. Occasionally I have massive breakout plays, but for the most part I get next to no yards. People have these insane defenses that shut down the run, hit you with a sack in 2 seconds, or everyone's perfectly covered for 2 seconds. And apparently the people I'm playing are insanely good. Let's actually, see how good that guy was. To where they can figure out any defense to my offenses, and their offenses know how to beat all of my defenses. Number 30, the 30th ranked player in the world. Why am I getting these people? Who is deciding on the back end of Madden that I'm in the top 100? I'm not. I never claimed to be. I never wanted to be. I wanted to be in the top 1,000. That's the top 1%. That's all I wanted. I'm going to war. And they're not horribly outweighed games. It's not these 0 to 35 games like when you guys tell me to play as somebody. No, I want to do outside run. They're competitive games where if I made 1 or 2 less mistakes, I would beat these people. These top 100 players. If I was 5% better as a player, made slightly better decisions, and had these instant play offenses that break off for 15, 20 yards or whole touchdowns every time I did them. Like these people have. These people have these miracle plays that they throw for 2 yards or behind the line. All using the best teams in the game. It's just crazy. Oh, Joey, come on! Pick that off.
Oh man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense at that.
Thanks, Michael, for the A-grade advice. Marco, your uncle told you he was going. He told you he was going. It's 2 shops up, and he offered you a drink, so you don't care. Half the time he sends me out with his card to go get drinks. He didn't eat there. Nice. Don't need the sound.
What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want
What
to
sound?
press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch. A lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down.
Cool.
Second and right at a yard.
Thanks for the troll. Much appreciated. I'm gonna tell you that next time I start seeing you get slaughtered over and over in Kingdom Hearts.
Caught by Diggs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, Allen. That one caught downfield by Howard. And he's going to be
Oh, can't do that.
all the way down inside the 10. The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum.
What if I
that you
say to
generated
myself?
with that play.
Allen off the play fake. Works right side into the hands of the tight end.
The sound?
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Oh, the sound just do it. Okay. The Shia LaBeouf thing.
Allen going to go on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be
You can't just get better when you need to rely on 10 computers to do their job. No matter what adjustments or
out to the left.
anything you do. You can call whatever play you want, make whatever adjustments you want. He can choose to go to anyone on the field, and you're limited to the person you started as or the person closest to the ball.
Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now Allen again. A quick throw there, going to be back.
When your guys have pick sixes right there and they just drop it out of their hands.
The ball, not the man when
You can't get better
keep you away from a lot of needless
when that's not on you.
He's able to knock that one away.
I'd love to be able to control all 11 guys at once, but it's not quite how this works.
Allen. And that is incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on,
This is it. That's the perfect kick.
got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Let's see what kind of defense he runs.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down.
I shouldn't have done a high pass, and I didn't mean to, but at the same time, what the fuck?
The super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown
As he held on to it, he got smacked pretty hard. I got all these plays where they barely get touched and it slips out of their butterfingers.
Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. On the move past the 40. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. So first and 10 now from the 30. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Give him another one right back to Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan
There. You like that, Michael? You like that?
Chargers have taken the lead.
Cheers. Just do it.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the
He didn't seem to
19,
sprint at
so
all.
probably should have opted for the touchback.
It's kind of weird.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Lost a lot of yards to that pick, but I'll tell you what.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring
Gives me a
out
lot of momentum.
where's he going with the football. Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in.
What?
It's going to be 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Fielded right around the 8. start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen.
Are you fucking kidding me? The man was draped.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play, but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Yeah, that's Shia LaBeouf. I told you. Oh, you're talking about the clip from Shia LaBeouf?
Sliding out of the pocket, finding Knox there, complete. And he's brought down at the 24.
I guess you didn't know his name, but yes.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Bills will use the second.
You loved it, but you didn't see it. Your phone was in your pocket. Okay.
Stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, just know it was great.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. Allen hit, he lost the football, and picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going
Shit.
to score. It's a pick six on the Bills.
She's got the best guy on me.
And the defense, they were able to, as soon as
I didn't have enough time. He had a blitz on me. I had to make a decision.
they return it for the touchdown.
Went to my best guy. What a fucking costly mistake.
Players had a chance to react themselves. The determination said, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points.
Could have just played it cool.
To the end zone.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kicks away.
Trying to get another field goal. Get up by 2 scores.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And now
What?
this is intercepted.
How does this keep happening?
Tre'Davious White with a pick. Wow, a big
It's the most frustrating fucking thing in the world.
could lead to a field goal try.
He's not in front of me.
Well, you just had to say, let's take a knee and going into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner,
Beating him
was the
10
analytics
to
coach and his
3, and then I just give him the fucking lead in the last 20 seconds of the half.
school coach probably would have said, take
Because Tre'Davious White is a fucking god, and wherever I need him to not be.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind at this game.
Drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and John.
Sam, thank you for the like. Appreciate it.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Hope he doesn't start off with an onside like everyone else does.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he will be
Sam, thank you for the share as well. Cheers. Appreciate you, Sam.
He's dropped at the 17.
How are you doing, Sam?
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Up the middle with Eckler. Room here to run. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Allen.
That's another one.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. McKenzie
Funny, Michael, but you're probably right. Probably have already lost my mind.
cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Those are things to be annoyed by, Michael. Couldn't agree more.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead is already changed.
I'm annoyed by
hands.
these.
Offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing is Allen on third. A quick throw going to be
First
caught
of
by
all,
Diggs. And he is going to have
that
the
right?
Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Allen now on first down. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. So that'll be no better than an
I
incompletion.
set my safety on the wrong man.
Here's Allen. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This game's controls are the most annoying in the world.
Today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's annoying when they just don't work the way they're supposed to.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4
Like kicking,
yards. It'll be second down.
getting rid of the ball in a timely fashion.
Space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. To throw, it's Allen. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth.
God damn it.
Stewart's running back complete.
I knew it was going to running back, but which one? Couldn't have told you.
To convert, and that'll keep the
And there wasn't a way for me to block either one of them, no matter what defense I did.
after the fourth down conversion.
That route was going to open it up, so the most I could do is blitz it and force him to make a pass too early.
10 at the 38. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. He has just been
I think you have to get to 38. Not sure what that means, but that's what the commentary said.
digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look
And the
at
commentary is always
the
right.
numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Allen from the gun on third down. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to be brought down.
Well, they're talking about field goals, though.
31-yard line. Now Allen, gotta have this one.
Are you kidding me? What? I'm in the front! Oh! That was an interception!
For 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for
What the fuck does play ball mean?
down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stop to get it done as you noted, and they did.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
Just remember, sometimes an incomplete pass is the right strategy.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to
There are situations where it is.
They were aware of that. And
Like I had that interception earlier.
that throw.
To throw once more on second and 10. Allen. And that is caught.
Where if we just batted it down, we would have had about 12, 15 more yards.
Davis. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit.
That's the
as
only
they will
situation.
send this
One.
away.
It's fourth down. Get the incompletion unless you can get a pick six.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So after the run for no gain, this one off to Eckler. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before
The hell was that tackle? Oh, that guy stabbed a nail through his foot? He wasn't even touching him. He just stopped and fell over.
Here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Draw play, it's Eckler. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that will be
Are you kidding me?
incomplete.
They've got one chance.
Right there, right where it had to be.
For you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. The big backs like through every play of this contest and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And open left side, it's Williams. He takes it.
I almost fumbled that.
Touchdown, and they
I cocked off into the end zone,
in the final minute of the fourth.
which was a little too close to do that.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players
Okay.
to the guys calling
Let's
the
do
plays.
this.
And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone.
Man, there wasn't much power on that at all, and it still got that far.
The touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay,
Keep him in, keep him in, keep him in.
because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Allen. That's taken in by Knox. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Allen. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case,
Thanks for getting it out of the way. Susan, Thank you for the like. That's how we end the night. Playing the top 100 players in the world. Or at least we got a new title, a good title for our stream here. Made it to the top 2.9%. Can only kind of finicky and stay around that area. This guy was the top 7%. We played people in the top 100 all fucking night. Best players in the world. And we're keeping it competitive, so that's good at least. Anyway, Michael, let me catch up on things you're saying here. Sorry I couldn't do it. I had to lock in, get focused up on that win. You're laying carpet today. That comes with a laying guideline. It says we are not meant to, or you are meant to be gluing it to the floor, but the salesperson sold it to them with the underlay, so now you can't follow the guidelines. Oh, weird. And you believe in me like you believe in fairies, so you don't believe in me at all. Thanks. Appreciate it, brother. All the kind words and proper motivation tonight. You've been a gem. My good man, you just got good. Well, there's some motivation. Thank you. Appreciate it. Questions tonight. Pretty much everyone knows this, so we're going to make sure no one else can answer. What do you count on a tree to tell how old it is? Is it the branches? Is it the height, inches, whatever your system is, but the height, the roots, or the rings? So we'll come back to the answer here shortly. Feel free, if you're over there on YouTube, to put your answer in the chat. You think you got it right. If you're over here on Facebook, I actually see percentages today. I won't know who got it right, but I'll know that pretty much everybody did. So William Dodge, like for the like and share. No pain, no game. Thank you for the like. Check out No Pain, No Game EX. You're on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. He's streaming there. Newer guy trying to get his footing, playing a lot of Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts right now. So if you're into those games at all, check it out. Give him a like. Michael Payne, thank you for the like. Thank you for chatting with us all day as well. You believe in fairies. If you don't, they die. Well, I guess that's too bad for them. Ryan Montgomery, thank you for the like and being that good luck charm, helping us beat number 45 right there at the beginning of the night. Being a top 50 player is a pretty impressive way to start the night. Made him quit in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Jessica Hatter, thank you for the like. Ryan Montgomery, thank you for coming back with the share as well. Jason Horn, good to see you coming back, buddy. Appreciate that. Good to see someone drop a follow one day, come back, like, and chat with us the next day. Thanks for talking some football with me. Definitely awesome. Appreciate that. Kayla, thank you for the like and the 100 stars. Checking out some of those new stars sounds. We've got, I believe, 4 other star sounds right now. I'm trying to add some more. So drop those stars and see what they are. Thank you and Levon as well for trying my new commands that we have in the chat there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I do like the daily quote thing, catchphrase. You know, you hear it at the end of the stream if you make it that far. If not, that might be confusing. Schedule for new people who are curious when we're live, even though that's also just directly in the chat. Or in the stream description. Subscriber benefits for anyone who's thinking about becoming a subscriber and wants to learn a little bit more. All they gotta do is pop that in there, and then just my YouTube while I'm thinking of something else to do. Dad jokes came up as an option, but I don't know if I can come up with enough of those. Levon, also thank you for the like. Sam, thank you for the like and share as well. And Susan, thank you for the like coming right here and right in the end. So we got a good amount of reactions tonight. We got a good 12. We had a good amount of people watching the whole time, but our numbers have been very low. Not a lot of new people, so I doubt that changed tonight. So thank you everyone for watching. Tyler, thank you for the like as well. Coming in clutch right there at the end. Hell yeah. Maybe it was the chatbot that reminded him to drop a like while he was in here. I don't know, but that chatbot is awesome, and I like it. You guys will have to give me some feedback on what you think about it. If you think of anything else that could be really nice and helpful and handy, I could do with the chatbot. Let me know if you see anybody else doing anything else cool with them. Give me your ideas. I just now have figured out that I had the capabilities I can do a lot more with it. I just don't know really what to do, and I only had like 20 minutes to figure out what I could do. So, there we go. Also, bro, if you didn't believe in you, I would be coming back. So you'll come back if I don't believe in myself? Interesting way to demoralize me. And you'll think of becoming a sub. That's true. That's true. You might be sad to see that you have that shiny badge already, which I appreciate you having. You know, special shout out to all the subs out there. Kayla, Sam, Mike, Michael Payne here, Sadie Barker, and William Harris. Appreciate the 5 of you. You know, gotta give you guys some shout outs once in a while too. You said root what? Catch Pokemon. You can catch Pokemon as command posts. That could be interesting. Have a different Pokemon each day. I mean, that would, maybe if I'm playing Pokemon, I'll do that. It doesn't really make much sense if I'm playing Madden and people are coming in here that are sports fans. There are sports fans that also like Pokemon, but there's also a lot of sports fans that don't, so it doesn't really make sense. Thought about doing something with football while I'm playing it. Might do like a different one based on the game I'm playing or something. I don't know. We'll see. So the question of the night is, what do you count on a tree to tell how old it is? Is it the branches? Excuse me. Are you counting the height in whatever measurement tool you use? Number? Metric system? Whatever system? Roots? Oh, I see what you're saying. You said roots or rings. Nobody voted for the height. I think because I was trying to say a specific type of measurement. Because it says the questions count. You just said count the height. That doesn't really make much sense. So you count the inches. It was an attempt, but didn't fool anybody. So congratulations. Nobody picked that one. 8% said branches. Wrong. 17% said roots. How are you going to count the roots without ripping the tree straight out? That's not how it works. It's the rings. Well, again, you have to kill the tree to know it. But if you cut the tree straight across, however many rings you can count inside is how many years old it is. So that is the answer. Congratulations to the 75%, 3/4 of you that voted that got it correct. Congratulations. Michael, you say no, so while you're playing, it says you have a min to catch a Pokemon. It's a bot. You're counting all the roots. That would take some time, wouldn't it? No, so while you're playing, it says you have a minute to catch a Pokemon. It's a bot. Like you're trying to catch the bot, and the bot's a Pokemon? Guess that's an idea. Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Hey, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you, Michael, for chatting along with us all night. And everybody else who came in and chatted, and Kenny Lupp chatting a little bit. James, I was going to say James, which would have been foolish. Jason, I need to say, thank you for chatting along with us quite a bit there early. Thank you, Kayla and Levon, for throwing some chats in there, as well as Ryan Montgomery. Appreciate all of you. Don't know if we'll see Mr. William Harris at all more this week, since he's getting ready for his festival. He's a big festival throwing man now, so he gets a little busy. Google it. It's a command bot. See it all over Twitch. Well, it must be a Twitch thing. It's not a Facebook thing, but Twitch definitely has a lot more than that. I mean, you know the 6 or 7 Facebook commands that there are, and then everything else is ones that you make up, and you can't make interactive ones like rolling the dice or anything. You can't do that here. It's like you put up a command and a message comes up. That's all you can do. So, not something we can do here, Michael, but thank you for the suggestion. I like it. So yeah, that'll be the stream for the night. Appreciate it again, everybody. We'll be back on tomorrow, 6 to 9 Central Standard Time. Ripping and tearing through some more Madden. our trend seems to be we've gotten so far that we lose half, we win half. So we'll see if we can get on a streak tomorrow or not, or if they just keep pairing us up with the literal best players in the world like they did tonight. Utter insanity. So until then, if you're watching now and you haven't followed, if you are watching when we're no longer live and you haven't followed, drop that follow. It's huge. Goes a long way. It helps. Come in, chat. Chat when we're not live. I don't care. I'll comment. But if you've been here before, drop that like. Drop that share. Drop those comments, the stars, and most importantly, subscribe. Get out there and do it. Just do it. And if you're over there on YouTube, subscribe. Like and comment. Anyway, appreciate it, everybody. Have a good night. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Have a good night. Thank you, bud. Thank you, guys. Later, cheese bag.